Amazing, astounding, sensational, remarkable.
Well, howdy there, all you dumpster diving coyotes. Welcome to the most rootinest, tootinest podcast this side of the Mississippi.
Wow, barely got through that one.
My name's Ed Popacek, and this here is Movie Garbage. And I'm done with that accent.
No, man. Just go for the whole episode. Do the whole episode.
I mean, it's going to be a shorter episode, knock on wood, but I can't. I'll be laughing too much. But we did the 1938 greatest musical Western film starring an all-little person cast ever made, The Terror of Tiny Town. Of course, joining me, as always, is Mr. Matthew Lewis.
After watching this movie, I'm the villain. This fucking awful piece of shit. I really fucking once again Ed fucking cursed me with an awful fucking experience of having to watch a real piece of shit movie.
Well, I'm trying to make up because you made me watch that 4-hour-long piece of shit.
Oh yeah. And also, like I said, I'll keep like half defending fucking both Snyder Cut and the fucking what was the last movie, Bad Taste. Like yeah, it wasn't for me. I really didn't enjoy it. But then this is fucking actively like fuck you, Ed.
Speaking of fuck you, Ed, we should mention another friend to this film. That's right. Once again, joining us is friend of podcast,
And
Christopher
practically
Bowe.
our third host by this point.
Pretty much, Christopher Bowe.
Hello. Oh, okay, wait. So you started off by saying, "Speaking of fuck you, Ed," and then leading into this intro. So I guess the only response I can have to that is "fuck you, Ed." Fuck you for making me watch this piece of shit.
I did that thing again where context happened in my head because we were talking the way here how the last Airbender episode was literally a "What would you say around Ed? I will make you pay." So that context put that into.
Listeners, don't test him. He will do it.
I will.
Absolutely.
I will subject you and your friends to a terrible film, and then make you talk about it. My face is hurting from smiling already.
I know, right? That's an enjoyable podcast, though, but goddamn. I also, unlike these other two, I've had to fucking look at this. Actually, no, Ed, you watched it twice, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I had to watch this fucking second time, even though I fucking hated every second of it both times. What an awful piece of shit.
If you put it together, it's about the same length of a normal movie, so.
Yeah, you're right. I almost watched the normal movie.
But this film is, true to form, half the length.
Yeah, I was gonna say, fucking, please don't cancel Ed over here because he's gonna be unable to stop himself from making fucking as many small puns as are in this fucking movie.
I mean, there's only a little bit I can do with that.
We're literally gonna not be able to talk.
Guys, please don't get short with me.
Okay, Matt, you know how to add in air horn sound effects.
Yeah, I'll bleep out every word that means a small amount.
Good joke. That's a good joke there, Chris.
Oh, God.
Matt doing editing.
Oh no.
Do you know how many times listening to old episodes? Matt's like, I'm just gonna edit all this out, and he leaves that part in.
That's part of the show's charm. God, my face is genuinely hurting from fucking smiling about this fucking piece of shit so much. That's how much that's a fucking fun hanging and fucking doing a podcast is. But yeah, this fucking movie, I had heard of this movie before Ed, the Star Wars episode, he kept hinting at something.
Yep.
And I was like, what the fuck is the movie? What's the movie? He finally told me the name, and I have heard of this before.
The first time I heard it was when I announced it.
Yeah, no, I recognized the name, but I had never seen the movie myself. And it sucks. It's what was it, one of the worst movies of all time?
It's considered one of the worst movies of all time.
Yeah. And I'll say even that though, production wise it was fucking from the 1930s, 1938, so it looks like fucking shit. It's really overly saturated, super blown out film now.
Yeah,
not to mention, you could definitely tell that the writing style was in its infancy when this was written, because not only do you find out very early on who is the villain, but in the pre-show they literally announce who the villain is.
Yeah, you don't find out his actual fucking name until halfway through the movie.
You don't find out if you're in the credits, they don't give you.
Yeah, they just who the fuck was the vampire?
That was the German lady, Nina or Nita.
They called her the vampire.
Yeah, that's the
hilarious.
vampire.
Why is she the vampire?
I don't know. I don't know that. I only know because I was looking at
God.
I was looking at one of the things online, and that's how I knew about that.
God, yeah, this fucking movie. It's so fucking awful. I would say, I didn't know how many years this was before Wizard of Oz. 1 year.
1 year.
Wow.
1 year
There were
before
multiple people.
the OG Wizard of Oz.
Yes, multiple people from this this production actually were little people in or Munchkins.
I know it's probably the most largest cast for little people in during that time, but God, what a piece of shit. Also, even just thinking about it, this immediately only other little person movie I could think of was fucking Tiptoes. Another fucking absolutely awful movie. That's also offensively bad to little people, even though it stars all little people.
Question, I do have a question then. Would you say that this or Little People or
Jesus Christ, dude.
that was what I meant. Tiptoes or this was more offensive to Little People?
I would say probably Tiptoes, because this movie was genuinely a just regular run-of-the-mill fucking 30s Western movie that had barely any one or two laugh lines kind of were for little people jokes, but otherwise it was just a very boring almost half an hour fucking long Western TV show from anything you'd seen in the 30s. It was played pretty straight, which I'm surprised and I appreciate.
That's true.
It could have been offensive easily.
They use the M word at the beginning to be an all M word cast.
Yeah, but that's it's
but
pretty,
that was also before they
it's pretty genuine for the rest of the movie though. It doesn't really point out anything like that besides the two high doors and people walking under the doors and stables and benches, but it's pretty non-offensive.
But yeah, the references to their height were almost non-existent in the film. So I'd say, at least based on what I watched just now, probably not super offensive, other than using the terminology.
As opposed to fucking Tiptoes, which had Gary Oldman on his knees with fucking little shoes and a fake padded butt, pretending to be a little person.
Next to Peter Dinklage,
one of the greatest little people actors of all time.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, this movie was fucking dumb as hell. But it was very basic. It was very bad to look at because it looks so oversaturated.
Yeah.
And it was written very basically and stupidly.
I'm sorry, hold on. Can we just take a second? Gary Oldman on his knees?
Yeah.
Wait. You've never seen Tiptoes?
No.
Oh God.
I don't think I want to.
It's so boring.
But he was on his knees. And they put shoes on his knees.
Yeah. So
he plays a little person.
They padded his butt.
Yeah.
Oh, don't. Did you know that? Yeah. He's a little person. His parents are little people, and his brother is full-size Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
He literally has to hold his arms to his shoulder, to his sides to make his arms look short. It's an awful movie. It's genuinely offensive and shitty. But then also the rest of it, a huge half of that cast is also actual famous little people actors.
There's a lot.
And it's still
legit
fucking awful.
acting next to
Gary Oldman on his knees in production. It's fucking embarrassing. It's awful.
There's just a lot. They do a lot of strategic. Oh, he's walking around the bed and it's blocking him. You know,
really shitty shots. But we're getting off topic because it's fucking actual movie we watched. Right. This movie, I was saying, you should. I would suggest watching it on your own time because unlike this, I don't want to fucking watch it again.
Just you wait.
Yeah, God, no. That was like this though. It was incredibly fucking boring. That movie's fucking 2 hours long almost. This was only fucking 1 hour, and it felt like fucking twice as long.
It really did.
Oh God, the pacing of fucking old movies is painful sometimes.
I legit, when I was watching this a few days ago for the first time, we were at the halfway mark, and I paused it. I think to go to the bathroom. It's only been half an hour, but I feel like so much has happened and nothing has happened. It felt like I've been watching this for way too long.
Both a lot has happened and also nothing has happened.
It's so awful. It's an awful experience.
It actually is. I chose this movie and I did not enjoy it.
Yeah, but also I was going to say, it's a setting I really like, the old Western town. I love that aesthetic and that, stuff like that, but it was fucking boring and looked ugly because it was old black and white movie, so the color was bad. It was also really fake shitty, fake set town, of course.
Of course.
Which they planted all over fucking Hollywood now, the old ones from the 40s and 30s that were just left there. But it was so fucking dumb and bad and ridiculous. But it deserved to be badly reviewed for its time. For being so generic and also so what an awful idea.
Yeah, I mean literally it's pretty bad.
I was gonna say we almost had something to talk about. We're 10 minutes into this fucking episode.
I mean, well, let's say so. The main hero, his name is Billy Curtis.
I'm gonna say the worst actor in the movie.
Yeah,
he was literally the worst. The chef, the bad guy, the main love interest woman, the fucking Tex. Everyone was a way better actor than his weird staring into the camera, reading lines off of a paper. Fucking acting was awful.
This was his very first film.
Yeah,
he was in The Wizard of Oz.
Of course,
he was in between 1938 when this started. He was in a movie basically every year here up to 1987.
Wow, what was it?
Every year?
That's
intense. He was in at least one thing. He's in Eating Raoul.
That sounds really familiar. What is that?
I don't. I think
it sounds incredibly familiar to me.
It's some. What is this? Dubbed American black comedy film.
No.
I've heard of it as well. It is a more famous. He's a little person in that.
Yeah, good.
He's in Monster Squad.
Really?
Yeah, he plays the Ringmaster.
Nice.
See,
that movie I do know.
He is actually uncredited, apparently, as a child ape in Planet of the Apes.
Which one?
I think the original, 1968.
Holy moly.
He is... Alright, I'm reading this directly. In Batman, he played Midget. In an episode True and False Face.
True and False Face.
Oh, this was the original
Adam
West.
I would assume, yeah.
So, but point is, like, he's
a prolific little person actor.
He's been,
even
though he was like terrible in this film, he's been acting for decades.
Oh, of course.
Well, until he died.
Yeah,
right.
In 1988.
He was
so literally, he was acting up into his death.
Yeah, he was. Wow. How old was he? Any word for when he passed away?
He died, he was born in 1909. He died in 1988. So
he was in his he was in his 70s, 80s,
79.
He was crushing it. Well, yeah, he was acting all the way to the end. But also, this movie was so bizarre, and it was. I can't even. I barely know what the fuck else to talk about. I want to we'll talk about what fucking favorite Western movies and shit like that. Like, what other Westerns can you think of? Did you guys see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I did not.
I have not.
Oh, God, you guys. Why don't you guys watch good, normal movies?
Can I watch it like this?
Yeah, exactly. I'm
too busy playing video games. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking... There's a lot of good Western stuff out there. I can't even think of a good Western movie that I like. Oh, Bone Tomahawk. It's fucking fantastic.
So, looking at this, by the way, the villain, he died 72 years old, by the way. He only acted for about 25 years and was not as prolific, but this is actually one of his last...
He was a better word actor.
This is actually one of his last movies. He was his Wizard of Oz, Kiss the Boys Goodbye, last film, that was 39, 41, and then 49, he was in Skimpy in the Navy, which doesn't even have a Wikipedia page.
Skimpy in the Navy.
But after that, he didn't really act in much, but yeah. His name, by the way, Little Billy Rhodes.
That name sounds familiar for some reason. So, I don't even know anybody from this movie. But
Tex, by the way, is a nickname because they call him Jim at one point.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we were confused.
Okay, I thought so. It's like
the Tex, super old guy who runs the ranch. His name. They keep referring to him as Tex the entire movie, but then one time Buck refers to him as Jim, and it's like, what the fuck?
Well, you killed Jim. like, who the fuck is Jim?
Sorry, I had a zip behind the back of my ear.
Oh, kick my water bottle over. We're all shuffling for things to talk about because this fucking movie's so nothing.
it was pretty bad.
It was like a very standard fucking cattle rustling based plot in the fucking Western thing. It was just
one of the things about this too is like this movie clearly did not have good aged or protected film because not only were there a crap ton of cuts, which that came, I guarantee you, from poorly maintained film.
Yeah.
Because when we used to have film for Rocky Horror, there were a few parts where ours would skip actually, and we had a pretty good one overall. But there are people's films where they'd lose whole parts at times, or like in the middle of a song.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So this is a musical.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll get into that.
It's not. I mean, can you really call the musical if nobody actually sang?
Yeah, and all the actual music is like diegetically in the actual scene, except for the first song. They're all like a barbershop singing while someone's getting their face shaved. Or singers. Those are all real, like, normal in context music. But then, like, the first song, and I guess also when he was playing music for the girl before she walked up.
That was not him singing at all.
Also, the voicing in this fucking movie.
Don't forget that random little person.
Yeah, we're like half sure half of this cast was like actual children dressed up to be like little people with like fake shitty beards glued to their faces and shit like that.
There was, I mean, listen, I don't know. There's
many different forms of dwarfism, and we may be wrong, but some of those very much distinctly look like children.
Which there was the first time they were in the saloon. That one girl was singing, talking about "I want to make love to you," and she looked very much like a
but
child.
Also I had to clarify, like, the make love could just literally mean kissing in the fucking 30s. That's a known thing I've heard, like, on a different, like, shows like that. Okay. It's just like, it doesn't mean anything as bad as it could sound, but it's just like...
It's still awkward in today's context.
It's all awkward. This whole movie's awkward and weird.
And it was also more awkward because you actually see her face because, the poor film meant that it was just white sometimes. Yeah. So some people's faces
everyone
were
was oversaturated.
pure white.
Yeah, the fucking chef looked like a ghost. Or what? Yeah, Chris. When Tex came in,
there was this one character that looked like a fucking just a white silhouette.
Like the main villain, Bat, you could barely see his face for like half the fucking time because he was either like in sunlight or outside. It was just a fucking like white mask of like nothing.
Oh, and I think one of the first times we saw Tex, it's like he was smoking a pipe, and I'm just like, okay, so this is just a white circle smoking a pipe. Then he took it out and just like, now it's a white circle.
Then he goes up on his super old face. He was wearing like makeup on his face.
There were definitely people you could tell that were little people, and he was one of them because his face was. He looked like the Duchess from the Aristocats. And he had like elf ears. Like he looked like if elves in Lord of the Rings aged. Like his face, it was weird.
Yeah, he looked very peculiar. But beyond we're not going to be sizes. We'll be ageist all day. That old man looks strange. But like, no. This fucking movie. But yeah, I want to talk about. You watch reality TV shows. Have you seen Little People Big World?
I've heard of it, but I've not seen it.
I've heard good things about it. It's a long-running show about this all little people family that's apparently very popular and very, like, okay and good and, like, you know, like, not shitty or problematic. As far as I know. I don't fucking watch reality TV shows. I have no fucking clue. But I was just thinking about, like, the context of this movie. Or should we get into the plot at all?
We'll get into the plot here.
It's very fucking confusing, but I wanted to say, like, just in the context of, like, weirdly, like, pseudo, maybe not problematic stuff like this shit or, like, being, like, making something like this now. Compared to like all the little people actors that there are now, I think there's probably fewer than. Well, there's like also like a fucking traveling circus of people that was like just made a movie. What did it say? I can't remember what the name of the group of
they were like Jed Blums, and then they used the M word.
Yeah, of course. But
I'm gonna put that on camera.
on Mike.
I did say I said the character name.
Yeah,
I said the character name straight from.
Yeah.
So.
But like, it's very fucking. I don't even know how to fucking talk about this movie because if we got into the plot, it'd be like a 10-second still. We're trying to stretch this for fucking even a half an hour long episode.
I mean, we want to try to get into the plot now?
Yeah,
sure, dude.
So, all right. So I will say.
I'm just like I just love how like early into the film, like you just have a scene where like, so you have the villain talking to the sheriff, I think. And the sheriff just looked away for a second, and then and then the villain just starts like waving his hand like, guys, do the thing, do the thing.
Yeah.
And then that triggered his goons to like shoot somebody. The sheriff's like, what the hell was that? And he's like, no, I don't know. He has his gun out like, oh, who did that?
Yeah, it's weird. This movie is so fucking. Everyone's motivations are confusing, and it's just like
very confusing.
And it's like Ed said, it reminded him of fucking Red Dead on a budget, but which I'm sure was a short pun, but still, it's like a fucking shitty side mission in Red Dead where I'd be like, fuck this and just like kill everybody.
It's like Red Dead if they cared about half as much as they did.
Yeah. We're not allowed to say anything. This movie's insane. But like, I was gonna say, speaking of Red Dead, I fucking love Red Dead to death. And I was talking about how like playing online with that, how like there's a hashtag going on for like to get Rockstar to fucking actually support the goddamn game. The online, as much like the billions they pour into fucking GTA Online. The online in fucking Red Dead is so goddamn terrifying because anybody can just like fucking lasso you up and fucking take you wherever the fuck they want to take you, to a cave or to the fucking alligator pits. And then I told everyone that that's me. I'm the one who does that. I find other players, I will lasso them up, and I will drag them on the back of my horse down to the alligator fucking lake. I'll fucking toss them in and watch the alligator come out of the water and snatch them up. Or like throw them on a train track. That game's fun as hell. I fucking love Red Dead. But
totally like good sportsmanship.
Yeah, good sportsmanship. Getting a fucking shootout fight the second they fall down. Lasso them up, tie them up. They can't move anymore. They're like, tie them up. That fucking game's great. That's why I love the Old West. But like,
no consequences.
What the fucking sheriff's gonna do? Follow me? I'll kill them too. and I'll actually
or you'll talk about how the warden will really love to have them finish their time.
Yeah, the warden. Yeah, the sheriff is also a fucking criminal.
That's right. I tied it back to the movie.
Oh yeah, thank you, dude. I'm gonna say just like to fucking keep talking about Red Dead. You can like put your fucking bandana mask up or down, and people will like actually not recognize you and shit if you rob a train and shit.
Real quick side note: Rockstar is a terrible fucking company.
Rockstar
toxic
is
as hell.
Awful.
So fucking.
Okay, back to the main content.
Fuck Rockstar.
Rockstar. I love your games. Please look more. But anyway. I know.
Get to the plot.
Fucking, I'd rather just think about Red Dead, but sure. Let's get
Well, you can do that on your video game podcast that you've got right now.
Yeah, well, Chris hasn't played any Red Deads. I can't talk about
I
it.
haven't.
Well,
Spoilers for future shows. Who knows? But anyway, back to this fucking piece of shit.
So yeah,
it opens with a fucking happy song about.
Well, no. You missed. It has the only regular sized person doing.
I'm just doing Christy. I said, go get something to drink.
Yeah. So it starts off with the actual only regular sized person in this movie, like at a microphone stand, trying to explain and everything, and then Buck Lawson or whatever his fucking name is, he comes out.
Just main character.
Main character, the hero, comes out and he's like, "Hey, you! I want to talk to you. Come down here." So he bends over and he whispers in his ear for like a second. And he's like, "Oh, wait, you've told me all these many things?" And goes back down again. "Wait, it's serious?" He's like, "Of course it is. I'm going to be the biggest star in Hollywood."
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, of this movie.
The first Little People pun.
Yeah, but he is legit become a pretty big star.
He's probably the biggest star of this crew, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But was he saying that in character or like as himself?
I don't know.
I think they were in character, but
They were in character. Because the villain then comes out.
And he's great.
He is the second best part of this movie for me.
Oh, well, when he comes out, he says, "I'm the villain," and then the audience he pulls out his gun. Who said that? And they all clap.
No.
And one guy's like, "Ha ha!" He's like, "Who laughed?" He's like, "Applause is okay, but whoever laughed, I'll shoot you." I'm like, this guy is great.
And then they try to fight for a second. And he's like, "Oh, we'll just get on with the movie." And yeah, then it opens up on a bunch of little people. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna say, everyone in this movie from this point on is a little person.
Yeah.
Presumably.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the word.
I'm sure they're all long dead for them to have to prove their dwarfism to us, but but even the ones who we assume are actually child actors are probably dead by now.
Yeah, but yeah, some of the people in this did look like children.
Yeah.
But so we're gonna assume everyone is a little person at this point. They're all in the blacksmiths. And it's just randomly singing "Laugh the Day Away."
Guys, I just realized this movie is 82 years old. I'm pretty sure everyone who worked on this film is now dead.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And this is what they've left behind.
This is their legacy.
This movie's probably like the biggest thing they've ever done, I'm sure.
Some of them, yeah.
Except for main dude, but yeah.
And villain,
he did some good stuff.
Actually, a fair amount of them were in Wizard of Oz, so that's actually not true.
Actually, yeah, never mind. Fuck this movie. Wizard of Oz is fucking cool as hell.
But yeah, the opening song is legit pointless.
It doesn't make any sense, and it's the only song that's like an actual musical song, like musical context song. Well,
is it though? Because it is actually one of two songs in this film that is sung two different times. Because the chef sings while he's cooking.
He's singing it to himself like it's a song like this, around the town that he knows.
Yeah.
Also, I was gonna say just to keep this longer for a fucking random divergent. Musical movies. What's your favorite musicals? Personally, for me, I fucking love Sweeney Todd to death. At any time of day, I'll fucking pop that on. Listen to the whole goddamn soundtrack. I fucking love that movie and the play.
Man, I don't watch movies a whole lot to begin with. At least not nowadays. I mean,
I don't watch movies a whole bunch nowadays.
What was that for?
What was that for?
Ed? I'm a very stinky primate.
You sure are.
Oh, God. Old ass references. But yeah, well, you guys. I know, Ed. I know you watch a lot of like Disney stuff because your kids love making you watch stuff over and over again.
Yep.
You don't watch any musical stuff like that?
I mean, like I do, but it's.
Have you seen Encanto yet?
No, but it sounds really good.
Have you seen Moana?
I have seen Moana. That one I quite like.
You seen Frozen?
I have seen Frozen.
Seen Frozen 2?
No.
No. Boo! Get out!
Any non-Disney Babies to Hamilton?
Not seen it. No, I have the soundtrack though. It's pretty good.
You haven't.
You have Disney.
Okay, now hang on. Are we talking strictly musical movies or music?
Or plays? Because I fucking love Wicked the play. I've seen it twice. I read the book and I fucking seen the play twice.
The Book of Mormon. Oh my gosh,
that is excellent.
I think that is my favorite.
Yeah,
that is fucking excellent.
Huh?
You ever had a chance to go see it in the theater?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was really good.
I have not.
Oh,
yeah, I
get out.
Okay, 2 people going from the podcast. Now it's Ed's show.
Hey, it's been the Matt show so far.
Hey, man, you've been fucking eating sour candy.
Are nerds sour? They're not sour.
Hey, Ed, have you played Kingdom Hearts 3 and all?
Yeah.
No, because I'm
Get out of here. Podcast's over. Bye, guys.
Totally related to this movie.
We're just gonna kind of vaguely talk about shit, and then it keeps
I was trying to like keep this fucking, because I know like this will be a short episode if we just talk about the fucking plot and that's it. But I wanted to say, musicals, fucking Book of Mormon's fantastic.
I think my second favorite then is Avenue Q. Also,
oh my god, dude,
really good.
Avenue Q is fucking amazing. I listened to that soundtrack so much in high school.
I know, that's how I knew about it because of you.
Yeah, I made you listen to it. It's so funny.
I saw some of them on
years ago. It was playing at the Playhouse, and my dad took my sister and I to it both, and it was great.
That is so fucking funny.
I thought Deborah did at one point.
No. Deborah would never. No,
well,
good
she
lord.
She would not have known, would she?
Oh no. Okay, so my sister told me a great story. Apparently, she and my sister back in I think she was in high school at the time. They took a trip to New York and went to actual Broadway. So they saw a couple of plays.
That's where I think I heard
the first one was Wicked. It was very good from what I understand. Oh, yeah. The second one, it was The Producers. And Deborah had no idea what it was about.
That movie's fucking.
And so
I don't even know what it's about.
You seen The Producers?
Nope.
Well, we gotta watch that first chance. That's an actual funny ass movie.
It's pretty great,
and the actual play is probably good too. But yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. No. Deborah would not be caught dead in Avenue Q.
Yeah, it's really that fucking. The Producers is good. You should definitely check it out when you get a chance. But yeah, okay, that's what Ed musicals.
Well, I mean, one I have to throw out there is Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh,
absolutely.
Because I've been on the cast for over a decade now.
Yeah, of course.
So, and the soundtrack is pretty great.
Oh, yeah. It's excellent. It's fucking still got some time for 50 years now almost.
75, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oof. That good.
It's getting there.
Can't say that for this fucking movie. Soundtrack.
Recently Encanto has been in my brain.
Absolutely. Yeah, but say your kids
Greatest Showman. My kids have loved Greatest Showman recently.
I would say since your daughter discovered Moana, every time for 2 years I've went over to your house every day. It was playing at some point. It was always on.
Multiple times a day for a year.
Yeah, literally. Every time I went over, it was
she wanted to watch for a long time. She's starting to go through phases now, and my son never really sticks. But right now they've been on Greatest Showman.
Oh yeah. Okay.
My daughter though was working through the Lilo and Stitch stuff. The
show.
She loved the first film, and then eventually she all of a sudden wanted to watch the Stitch the movie, the one that sets up the show. And then she recently wanted to watch the one with Stitch 2 as a glitch.
Oh, yeah.
And then she wanted to watch Leroy and Stitch. Now she's watching the series.
That's excellent. I fucking love that show.
I'm saying. But I don't know where. She's just kind of moving through them. She's like, I want to watch this one now.
Well, at least there's variety for you, finally.
So, she watches those usually at night. And she watches The Greatest Showman downstairs a lot.
All right. Well, yeah.
Frozen, Moana. I think they watched Encanto at school, so she wanted that on one night, too.
Nice. That's awesome.
Oh, God. That movie has the most addicting songs.
That's Lin-Manuel's power for you.
We don't talk about Bruno. No.
I would fucking I'll watch the movie right the fuck now. But it's back to this fucking movie. I just wanted to get a little tangent about fucking musicals, which are always fucking fantastic.
They really are.
I love musicals. Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually totally forgot about the opening scene. I guess it's technically a musical film. You have a musical opener, and then you have a couple of songs. Sort of that are you could argue they're in the background as the song exactly. as the movie goes along.
Yeah, there's really nothing in this film that's set to music, or is relevant to the film. It's just happening.
Yeah, it's all actual in-world songs for the most part, as opposed to musical, weirdly out of context songs. But yeah, okay. After the fucking opening song, then I don't remember what the fuck happens. We meet the villain who we learn how to do the movie's name is
Bat Haynes.
Bat Haynes,
which is a pretty good villain name.
That's a cool ass name. Yeah, but he's
Bat.
Yeah, he's him and his boys are rodeoing a cow, and they fucking get the little calf and brand it with Texas brand.
Well, no, I don't think they actually brand it. They're just taking it.
No,
they plant Tex Preston's brand, because they're caught by Buck Lawson.
Yeah, Buck.
Pulls up who gets told to go out to check the missing cattle.
His dad told him to go check for the cattle. Yeah,
his dad is kind of a terrible actor in this movie too.
He's barely in it though. And you can barely tell him apart from anybody else with a fucking fake mustache. So it's but yeah,
he's also everyone's dressed in black except for the hero. Everyone and the chef. Everyone is dressed in black.
Yeah, remember that. In case you ever meet face to face and make contact or whatever the fuck the song is. Anyway, it's fucking dumb and bad. And then what the fuck happened next? Buck chases him off.
Well, and then
and then he goes tells his dad, I found Texas brand, and then
he calls him a coyote.
Yeah, and then Bat goes to fucking Tex and says, hey, the Lawsons are like branding your cows or something, man.
He goes, that coyote?
Yeah, fucking.
Literally, the reaction is the exact same.
Yeah.
I fought that old coyote to 15 years ago to a standstill, and now they're trying to steal my cattle.
Yeah.
Or calves, or whatever the fuck that is. I don't even know.
And then it's what fucking the movie happens
they
for a bit.
They call it stock.
They call them stock, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're trying to steal the calves and saying who gives a shit about the cattle, which I don't know much about farming. You know, I'm just a simple city
boy.
I'm the city boy here. But like, correct me if I'm wrong. Would the actual like cows be more profitable than the calves?
They would certainly have produced a lot more meat.
Yeah.
And probably milk.
Yeah, milk.
And more cows.
More cows. Like, how do you make cows? You have adult cows. Fuck.
Oh God.
I'm trying to.
And really,
I'm just trying to fucking underarm farts.
Jesus Christ.
Over here.
Remember we used to be able to do that?
Yeah, we did it all the fucking time.
When we were Uncle Matt Check D.
Yeah. He's fucking underarm farts. Yo. We got something rap Chris.
I am friends with these people.
Yeah, we're fucking maniacs. Anyway. God, I'm about to say, like, then the fucking movie happened for a bit. We learned that what the fuck, that Bat tells the fucking sheriff of the town his plan is to frame them against each other and then take both their land.
And don't you interfere because the warden wouldn't like it. It's like, I want to go straight. Which, did he escape or was he just an ex-convict?
Yeah, I assume that he escaped, which is like a whole nother fucking movie about the sheriff who escaped prison, or a guy who escaped prison and became sheriff of a town, which I think is like the plot of the show Banshee on fucking HBO Max, but also like a ton of other stuff.
Yeah.
That's a very common thing of like the sheriff being like a random person who comes into town, which is also going to be probably a plot in my fucking sequel series that I'm writing right now because it's such a common Old West thing of like taking someone's identity and like a town just lost their sheriff and they're desperate for anybody brave enough to try to fight the outlaws. It's a cliche plot.
Rango?
Yeah, Rango. Fucking, I love that movie.
That was a pretty good movie.
It was so good.
It's so weird, but it's
very bizarre. But
it looks gorgeous.
Fucking Rattlesnake Jake is fucking one of my favorite characters in anything. Make your move. You know, that fucking big rattlesnake fucking Gatling gun tail. God, that fucking movie was cool as hell.
So good.
But anyway, fucking another one. That's probably my favorite Western, honestly, Rango.
I don't know. It's just a weird movie, too.
It's bizarre and it's so good. Anyway, like, what the fuck were we talking about? Oh, yeah, the movie. Fucking Terror of Tiny Town. Did you see Rango, Chris?
Did I see Rango?
Yeah.
No.
You should.
Is that the one with...
Johnny Depp was a lizard?
Okay, yeah.
That movie's fucking fantastic.
Man, trying to make my eye. Like in Frozen 2, when Salamander dies. You wouldn't get that reference, would you, Chris?
Yeah, I've seen fucking...
No, I mean, like...
You just watched Terror of Tiny Town.
Listen, how many times has Disney ever put out, like, a sequel that was actually good?
Man. Hey, how dare you? Lion King 2's fucking good. Lion King 2's the fucking shit.
Okay,
Lion King 1.5?
Okay, you know what?
No, 2!
Okay, you know what? I shouldn't say that was good. I should say, like, that lived up to the hype of the original.
Yeah, I'm already like 10 seconds trying to think of a sequel, fucking sequels, because that second Little Mermaid sucked ass.
Which I watched a lot
fucking
more.
Aladdin. The Return of Jafar is fucking dope.
See, I don't really watch that one. I used to watch Aladdin and the 40 Thieves.
The
King of Thieves.
Yeah.
That one was pretty damn good.
I enjoyed that one.
I watched fucking Return of Jafar 1,000 fucking times.
Oh, the villain of King of Thieves?
Fucking Jafar's song about being a genie is like the best Disney song, period, dude.
I have to watch that one again.
That song's fucking fantastic. I love that
song. I just remember Welcome to the 40 Thieves.
Yeah.
And also that villain had like the fucking like brass knuckle claws.
Yeah. Okay.
Like that dude was fucking awesome.
What other Disney sequels can we think of? I haven't seen the second Wreck-It Ralph. I've heard mixed things about it.
Okay, that's true. I did enjoy that one as well.
That movie is awesome.
I haven't seen it. I've heard mixed things about it. I never got a chance to see it.
Who? Ben? Did Ben? What he's talking about? How great Star Wars Episode 1 is?
My turn to reel us back on topic. I think we all have ADHD.
Yeah, I know. Right? Oh God, I can't even think of any fucking other Disney sequels off the top of my fucking head. Although shitty straight to DVD movies. Anyway, this shit probably straight to fucking DVD. So,
well, it was actually it was a film.
I can't even remember what the fuck happened.
No, it was a film because it was the
terrible film grain.
Well, they go into the tavern and that's when we have our first another song. That was It was like, I want to make love to you. I need your yes. I don't remember fucking. I think this is where Bat first talks to.
Yeah, that's when he talks to the sheriff.
And also the vampire girl. That we don't know her name.
Apparently, she's a vampire according to the credits.
Because she's German.
Is she? Yeah,
I bet you she's Transylvanian.
Oh! I wish it was a vampire. That would make this movie more interesting.
Seriously.
She was sucking the life out of this dude, apparently.
Out of the main bad guy?
He was trying to get away from her the whole movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently.
What the fuck happened after this? We watched the movie 10 seconds ago. I'm already like, I don't remember what the fuck. Eventually, Tex's niece comes to town.
That's right, the Stagecoast.
Barbershop first.
Oh, that's right, they go to the barbershop. We did talk about the cook scene.
He's excited about, the cook. Yeah,
the cook. So this cook had a weird accent.
They had to give this cook some purpose to be in this film other than just I make food.
He came. So yeah, when Bat goes to talk to Tex, the cook comes.
Fucking Mountain Dew tastes crazy. Anyway, what happened to the show?
So the cook comes over and goes, I know that you're not like the bean, so I'm gonna cook you the nice duck.
Yeah.
And this is where Chris saying Bat goes like way and like waves and they shoot the chef who drops the duck. Falls to the ground, seemingly dead, and then he just gets right back up as if nothing happened. The duck runs away as if nothing happened.
But then, thank goodness, we get to watch the chef chase the duck for approximately, 6-7 minutes of him walking around a fence, chasing this fucking duck.
Here, Fritzy, ducky.
Yeah.
It's corn, it's good. I'll eat this corn even. He's got a hatchet behind. I only need you for 1 minute.
Jesus Christ. Like that whole scene was like something out of a fucking Tex Avery cartoon.
Literally. Well, don't forget when he sees like the little like dug hole into the barn, so he's like, oh, ducky, and he comes up behind him and bites him in the butt, and he goes, youch!
Honestly, that felt like a delayed reaction to me. It's like he just bent over, youch, and then stands up.
It was like the audio and visuals didn't sync up or something.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God.
It was like there was ADR at some point.
Yeah, this whole
Speaking of ADR, but had nothing to do with it, the barbershop scene.
Yeah. With the two weirdest, the most like obvious child-looking actor, and the singular black person in this movie, which was I'm also pretty sure was also just a child.
We found the one black person in this movie.
He also has he's like in one shot in the group of people, and there's like in one cutaway to like a reaction, and then that's it for that character.
Man, every time I think of now that barbershop scene, the first thing that comes to my mind is fucking Cuphead. Well, Cuphead and his Poundlog man, they like to roll the dice.
God, that's a fucking good. Like, is it fucking the commercial for the show?
No, that's actually like
I'm saying,
the intro song.
I'm saying, have you seen the commercial for the show?
Yes.
That game is fucking fantastic. I own it on is it Switch or Xbox? I don't know.
I've never played it.
It's wildly difficult.
See, it's kind of. I feel like it's gonna be similar for me. Like a lot might be where I've heard so much about it that my enjoyment's gonna be skewed by this.
Like it's wildly hard. Like it's really no joke. It's really popular, but it is fucking difficult as shit to play.
That's what I've heard.
But yeah, it's also I think maybe harder with two people even sometimes.
I've heard because don't they like kind of scale back
the hit stops? Yeah, and also the hit stops a little weird. It's a fucking complicated thing. But yeah, that's another thing from this time period.
Yeah.
That's also way better than this movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, the barbershop singing is very like Cuphead music sounding. It's fucking that's like a highlight.
But yeah, they I mean, I will say the whoever was actually singing, it wasn't terrible. It was a legit barbershop quartet.
I'm pretty sure they are like legit singers probably.
Yeah. Tex walks in, they sing the song. He's like, "Give me a shave because my niece is coming into town." And then they go over to the corner and start singing the same exact song again.
Yeah, it's
one less person, except for there's this random kid person like reading the paper who gets random cutaways, and all of a sudden they're singing like fucking Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, like a super deep voice.
Super deep.
You can definitely tell that like the speaking voices, like the actors and the singing voices were very different.
Well, there's one even worse than this because he just kind of gets like one or two words in between, and then they cut back into singing some more, and they cut over to him. Oh, why And then we keep going in this. And it's literally like that.
It goes on for a very long time, like everything in this fucking movie.
And then that's when the Buck's father comes into town at one point, and
kind of him and Tex threaten each other, and then it kind of just...
Well, before he walks in, there's some random guy who starts going around.
Yeah.
He's like Hartman in South Park, where it's like, they're gonna fight! They're gonna go and fight! Oh no, it was like a race war!
Oh, yeah.
Race war, a cripple fight!
Yeah,
oh my God.
Anything Cartman's ever done is this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, he's literally running around. Hey, these two are both in town at the same time.
Yeah.
And runs over to this person. Hey, these two people in the same town at the same time.
Yeah, and then nothing happens, of course.
Yeah. Really, nothing does.
Lawson guy singing... Lawson... What does Lawson sing? Oh, that's way after the fucking... I said
Liz the stagecoach.
Yeah, the stagecoach scene where it's like actually an actual interesting action scene, kind of.
Yeah, which isn't terrible, except for the drivers who like clearly like drop down and then slowly put themselves into position.
Yeah, it's... oh, God.
But yeah, Bat and his gang try to take the stagecoach. Supposedly he's got a bunch of money on it.
That's never even fucking shown. But anyway, yeah, Tex's niece is there. And then Buck
Which
saves
we don't
her.
know about. We don't.
I think when he said he was getting a shave, he said he was going to go.
Well, he said that, but she was never introduced as that until like later on.
She says Uncle Tex, and so yeah.
Yeah, because Buck saves them by scaring off the I hear trouble because there's gunshots.
And then he saves her, and then he kind of like flirts with her, and then he rides back into town.
Yep, it's pretty weird. By the way, he was also a lot taller than she was.
Yeah.
Like legit, like I mean, it was literally like
almost a foot.
I want to say a foot.
Well, I probably have a foot. I don't know. Hey, that was not a pun. That was not an offensive pun. That was just a coincidence.
Oh, sure it was.
Yeah, I'm not.
Sure it was.
I'm not Ed. Please don't cancel me. I'm not Ed. Please. But no, he's like a little bit taller than her. But yeah, they ride back into town, and then fucking
nothing happens.
Bat continues to fuck around, being stupid. Eventually, like more fucking dumb gags later, she's talking to her uncle saying, "I'm gonna go riding again. I need to go to the shop. I need 2 sandwiches and 2 pieces of cake."
Oh yeah.
And then
she wants there's like 6 sandwiches and deviled eggs and pickles. Oh, a girl like you, where do you put all that food?
In my saddlebag.
Oh, your saddlebag. And then where do you put it?
In my tummy.
and when
in your tummy.
It's this fucking...
And as soon as she said that, I'm just like, wait, you're eating all 6 yourself? Jesus.
She gets hungry when she rides.
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently.
And then we have a long fucking drawn out voiced over song by Buck.
And randomly, he goes to the random spot
where he very lazily pretends to play the guitar.
he half pretended to play that guitar, and
yeah,
that was not a pun.
Yeah.
He legit.
The fingering strings is actually real, but then the actual plucking was like not even like a foot away from it. From the guitar. Oh,
and like you don't even hear guitar in the soundtrack anymore.
But it's like never mind the fingerings, which are probably wrong. Just like he's barely even strumming the damn strings.
Yeah,
so fucking ridiculous.
Oh god.
But then what the fuck happens after that?
Then the niece shows up after his song, and then she starts singing the very first of 3 times that we hear the wedding of called Mr. Jack and Mrs. Jill.
Yeah.
And I'll go up and they go, I'm down, Jack and Jill.
You hear that throughout the rest of the fucking movie from this point on, about halfway through it, I'm pretty sure.
Literally.
But yeah, then Bat's old creepy self rides up, like looking pale as a fucking ghost again, because the camera's terrible, staring at them from a bush for the entirety of their meal. Her leaving, Buck's dad showing up.
Yeah, Buck's dad shows up, and then she leaves, and then Buck leaves because he defends her.
Because they talk about how their families are fighting. And
wait, I thought it was Jim Preston that showed up.
No,
Not
afterwards.
Yet. Because it was during their lunch, Buck's father rides up and says like, "Get away from that
that's one
Preston
of that breed.
Girl. She's one of the Preston breed. Get out of here!" And she rides off back to her home. And then
what was the family feud between Lawson's versus Preston? Is that
they fought 15 years ago to a standstill for some reason. We don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, she rides back into her house, and then fucking creepy Bats rides off behind her. She goes back and meets her uncle, and then
well, no.
Oh, while she's still talking, Bat drives back and says, "Your niece is with that fucking Lawson guy." And he's like, "What? I'm gonna ride over there
and kill him." Yeah, because Buck and the niece, whatever her name is, ride
Nancy?
side by side.
They say Nancy at some point.
Yeah, and then Tex meets them, and he's like, you go back to, woman, you go back to the house or whatever.
Yeah, and then fucking Buck's like, hey, let's talk it out. We can make a peace.
He says, you'll fight with, you'd have a fight with me, right? And Tech's like, you rest on too, and I would. And he's like, I dare you to talk to me for 5 minutes. And Tech's like, I've never taken a dare in my life. And then takes the dare.
Yep. He's like, puts his gun away, talks to the guy for fucking 5 minutes.
Literally, not even 5 minutes. It's literally like 30 seconds.
Speech. Yeah.
30 seconds where it's, you're losing cattle, we're losing cattle, we're blaming each other, someone else is doing it. And Tech is like, you know what? You're right.
You're talking horse sense.
Talking horse sense.
Whatever the fuck that means. Anyway, and then
Legs
getting sore. But yeah, and then fucking Tex leaves. It's over here dancing. Tex dances over. Yeah, Tex dances back to his house where he's killed immediately by bats.
Yeah, bat shoots him right, like one shot a mile away. Mm-hmm. Boom. Tex dies. Buck looks at it, finds out about it, tries to chase him off, and then Bat goes up to the sheriff. You need to arrest Buck Lawson for the killing of what's his name, he goes back to the ranch and tells them, and then I think he goes to the sheriff.
Yeah,
because then all the press or the Tex people go and try to shoot Buck and miss. Yeah. And you point out that one of them scares the horse, the pony.
They fire their fake pop guns like an injury from the horse's ear and it freaks out. It's just awful. I'm sure no animals were protected during this fucking filming.
This is before.
Yeah, way before that. But they fucking shoot at him and they chase him for a long time. It's a cool action scene in this fucking awful movie. And then, he goes into the Bat tells the sheriff, says, arrest him when he gets here. And then we have another fucking rendition of Jack and Jill by the bar people.
Yeah, which features a full cello being played by two little people.
Yeah.
Which, one of my favorite parts was when he's stringing it, and I think it was an accident.
Yeah, it's his
where he goes behind it.
The bow gets stuck in the strings.
And you see him have to pull it out and go back to doing your fake playing.
Yeah.
And then he's got the bartender.
Yeah, just drinking a gigantic fucking goblet of his own fucking beer. Chugging it for real. Seriously chugging it, yeah.
And you know it's real because he has a second where he coughs or something. You can see the bubbles.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of spit, but he's actually chugging it down. So.
He keeps going. Good on that man.
Yeah, but there's also a fucking bartender doing that in the middle of his shift, and then the beer stops working.
It was the 30s.
Yeah, of course. The beer stops working. He looks under the cabinet. There's a fucking drunk just under there drinking all the beer. A funny little gag in this dumb movie. What the fuck happens after that? And then Buck finally gets to the fucking thing. The sheriff arrests him on the spot, but then the vampire is still watching all this dumb stuff happen. And where Bat's in and out of the fucking bar. And
he also, Bat's all of a sudden, hard turn, a dick to her.
Yeah, he starts shoving her around, telling her, well, she says, oh, you're trying to go after that Nancy girl for the Preston farm. He says, yeah, so what?
Yeah.
And then he goes back up, Bat goes back to the Preston farm, tries to flirt with fucking Nancy. She says, fuck off. And he says, well, your uncle owed me money, now you owe me money. Bye.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you know what? He heard no, and he said, okay, no.
You're fucking gonna owe me anyway, motherfucker.
Well, I said he heard no.
Oh yeah, that was fucking.
How many times do we?
Yeah, in a fucking western. That's very progressive for a western for him to just take the no and say, okay, well, this other point.
Though counterpoint to that, literally, with the first thing is you're not gonna run to this ranch by yourself. That's no job for a woman.
Yeah, of course.
Oh god.
Yeah. That's gentlemanness in the 30s. What are you talking about? What the fuck else happens? Oh, while fucking Buck's in prison, the girl comes to visit him, talks to him about we're gonna get you out of here. But then Bat's I'm gonna get him killed by the mob. I'm gonna buy everyone drinks for everybody. Let's go murder that guy.
And they say, okay,
vote for that. Also, Buck killed Tex.
Yeah, let's go get him. It's instead of rushing through the pot now just to get this over with. Fucking what the fuck is his name? Oh. While in prison, Bat rounds the posse up, heads over there. The sheriff, does he let him out or does he just get shoved out of the way?
He gets shoved out of the way.
Yeah.
Because remember, Chris pointed out, it was his only weakness, being pushed.
Yeah, he's shoved off of the camera. And then fucking, they rush the thing. They have a hangsman, I guess, who sentences him to fucking be hung just randomly
in a bar. In the middle of a bar.
Oh, God. And what the fuck else? You fucking talk for a minute. I'm fucking tired. Piece of shit. What the fuck else happens?
I remember Nancy had been sent off to Buck's dad to get folks to help. And they're about to hang Buck when all of a sudden the sheriff comes in and goes, Buck Lawson's innocent. It was Bat who, and then he gets shot by Bat.
Just like Bat doesn't even try to hide it. It's just like, oh shit.
Yeah,
that wasn't suspicious at all, right, guys?
Well, he holds up everybody, including his own men.
Yeah,
and sneaks out the back.
And then we're just sitting there like, okay, well, there goes your entire crew and your whole plan. Like, what is your escape plan here?
No plan whatsoever right now.
You've lost the respect of your entire crew. You're now alone in one fell swoop. What the fuck are you? Like, what the fuck are you gonna do now?
Yeah, and then he just kind of like slowly, like fumblingly creeps out the window.
And then, right as he leaves, Buck's dad comes in, so Buck's able to then take off after him.
Yeah, he steals the sheriff's gun.
Yep, and Bat heads for his cabin.
Oh, well, while the intermittently cut with the vampire setting up the dynamite established earlier in the movie. Putting it on the floorboards of Bat's fucking shack home or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that was.
Oh, God.
I think it was a secret, though.
It might have been like a hatch with, or covered by like a skin rug or something.
Yeah. It was like a little like under the house, little like hiding area.
Yeah, well, like that didn't seem to be like a well-known house because
I think it's just Bat's hideout because he was there a couple of times. But you can't tell any interior in this fucking movie from any other place in this fucking movie. So who knows?
Yeah. And then Buck shows up. He shoots Bat in the wrist.
Yeah.
And to make Bat drop his gun, and then they proceed to have a very terribly choreographed fist fight.
Yeah, very clumsy slap fight.
It was pretty bad.
Oh, God.
I mean, but at least I think it was both those actors.
Yeah.
They were
really throwing hands on each other.
They sure were.
As shitty as it was.
They did a roll on the bed at one point.
Yeah.
With the cutaway, and that's when they're riding in. They run into the vampire. They're like, "Hey, have you seen Bat?" She goes, "Bat? Yeah. In about 1 minute, he'll be all over this canyon." No.
And then there's a very important line from the Nancy girl that I think we talked over, where she goes, Buck!
Yeah.
And then she goes on again later, Buck! And I'm just like, what the fuck?
Is she a chick?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said.
Buck! What the fuck?
Funnier than anything in this movie. Yeah, but then eventually he wins the fist fight and like knocks the shit out of fucking Bat, who falls to the ground.
And then here's his name being called, so then he leaves, and Bat wakes up, grabs a gun for the first time in this entire fight.
Yeah.
And is about to shoot Buck upside in the back of the head
when
boom!
A huge explosion.
Massive.
Yeah, and Buck's dead, or Bat's dead. I wish it was Buck.
He's all over this kid.
And then, the girl and fucking Buck. Why the fuck are they Buck and Bat? It's so annoying. They fucking hug and then the credits roll immediately.
Well, you forgot. No, he's about to kiss her, and she goes, "Nope, wait." And she, out of her glove, pulls out the handkerchief, wipes his face up, including his mouth, very
That's funny.
And then it's like, okay, now, then they kiss. Cut to credit, and then they start singing the Jack and Jill song, but it goes, "In the wedding of Jack," and then it cuts off.
Yeah, and then the black.
Yeah, I mean, like in all fairness to the film, that was probably TV's fault more so than the film itself.
Nope, I don't think so.
I bet that's how it is on the fucking tape too.
Yeah, you know what I'm actually thinking though is when back in the barber shop, there was something on Tex's head that was on fire, right?
Oh, it was like the barber doing the powder or whatever, and it was like a huge giant poof of it. I think it was maybe a fire or something.
Yeah,
but
a fire. It was something weird.
Some dumb gag that we missed because this movie's dumb.
I'm wondering, because this is only an hour long. I'm wondering with all those cuts if there wasn't lost film, and there was actually stuff in this film that was lost because of the poor quality of the transfer.
Possibly, yeah. But yeah, that's the fucking end of this weird ass fucking mildly generic, almost offensive movie.
Almost. Well, like I said, it wasn't overly offensive. I feel like
it was moderate. It was light to moderately offensive.
But it took itself seriously, which
it was. Yeah, like I said,
it did take itself seriously.
It was except for the fucking saloon doors and the fucking gates and being tall enough for them to walk under, which is probably a little bit taller than they normally would be.
Yeah, but I mean,
and then there was also a couple of bits of shtick with the cook.
Oh yeah.
The cook was great. Like at one point, he gets told to get dressed, so he takes. I didn't notice this until this time. He takes his hat off and throws it in his pot.
Yeah, exactly. Also, he changes outfits later. You don't even know it's the same character.
Yeah. Oh, he schlitz. What did he say?
I schlitzed.
I schlitz. Well, I'm gonna schlitz you. I'm going over to the barbershop to get a haircut and a schlitz.
Yeah.
So what does schlitz mean?
I don't even. He obviously meant slip, but it was a fucking dumb, weird gag on his accent, I guess.
I guess.
Oh god, what a stupid movie.
But yeah, the cook was always entertaining, and Bat was genuinely enjoyable.
I thought Bat was the best actor in this movie.
He was.
He was very good. Because yeah, Buck sucked, but he wanted to become the bigger actor.
He was a bigger Mary. Even he was literally a do no wrong Mary Sue.
Well, that was the fucking 30s. What do you expect from like screenwriting in the 30s?
But Bat had even a little bit of weird. Like
he did some good stuff. He did some bad stuff. He had a very complicated plan. He had a lot going on. But like the Protag sucked.
Yeah, he had a connection with one of the ranchers too.
Yeah, and he had an in with them, and like he owed him money, but we didn't find out till way later. But that's why he was able to manipulate him into doing all this shit in the first place too.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was a very complex character as opposed to fucking shitty Buck. So,
like I want to see a movie about him like
rising. He's blown up now. Cast Peter Dinklage and remake this movie now with Buck being the hero or Bat being the hero.
Say fuck remake. I want to see like how Red Dead 2 took place before Red Dead 1.
Yeah.
I want to see that about Bat. I want the backstory of Bat where he comes to this town and he makes a name for himself as a secret outlaw.
I literally would love to see that.
That would be amazing.
Still all little person cast. That would be fucking fantastic.
Of course, it'd be all little person cast.
Oh god.
But again, like even like the gags, like I don't feel like there were too like there weren't overtly that many like
no, and they weren't
gags.
like lingered on or they weren't like malicious or anything like that. Like
even like with saloon doors, very few people actually walked under it. Yeah. I saw most people like they'd put their hand up and open the door.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there was like nothing really bad in this movie that could have potentially been a lot fucking worse. But yeah,
I mean, if you want to talk about an potentially offensive, the Love Guru. Which that would have to do eventually. With the Coach Jerkoff, his office is literally built to scale.
Was that the fucking Mike Myers film?
Yeah.
Oh god.
What was that actor's name?
Whose?
The one who plays the
Vern Troyer.
Vern Troyer. Okay. Yeah, Vern Troyer. It's literally an office built to scale. So they go into his office. It's scale for him as a little person, but looks massive to Mike Myers and Jessica Alba.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. But like, there's so many. Yeah, there's a lot of good little people actors who are taken a lot more seriously now.
Yeah,
which is always a good thing. Like fucking Tony Cox from fucking Bad Santa and Friday, and then of course Peter Dinklage, fucking Vern Troyer, of course Warwick Davis, who's been in every single fucking Star Wars movie since the first one. He's fucking
and like all the Harry Potters too.
And all the Harry Potters, yeah. But
also he's the head goblin banker.
He's also he's a lot of people in that movie, but he's a prolific actor, and they get a lot more respect now than they did back then. But it's fucking this movie's a fucking trip. It was really bad. It was pretty boring because it was so basic.
It was.
Kind
of upset. Like I think the only reason why I didn't like.
Oh yeah, because it was like on record, like tons of lists and stuff. It's like, oh, this is the worst movie ever, and this is like, oh, this is the most like the shittiest thing you'll ever see, and it's just like
I feel like
whateverly bad.
Honestly, though, as bad as it is, I don't feel like it's as aggressively bad as it.
Oh, no, absolutely
held up to because it took itself seriously, and it was its faults were some poor acting and some poor writing.
Yeah.
But overall, like,
I would expect no better from any other movie from this time period.
Exactly.
Never. I would not expect anything more like competently written or competently acted.
Yeah.
So it was pretty straightforward and pretty like I think it did its best.
I mean, honestly, if you were to have mixed the cast with little people and regular people and kept it similar feel, I feel like Bat would have been even better of a character. If you put competent actors against him and were able to pull this out, this could have been a decent film.
Yeah, exactly. But
again, we need the prequel to Bat. What's his last name?
Haynes.
We need a Bat Haynes prequel.
Yeah. Like,
hashtag Bat Haynes prequel. Give it to us now.
Hashtag Terror of Tennytown reboot.
I don't want a reboot of this movie. I want the prequel.
Yeah, prequel would be working fine too. Yeah, it leads up to this, and this is when you find out what happens to Bat at the end of his fall, like fucking Revenge of the Sith.
Exactly.
Oh God! Well,
and then it keeps going into franchise, and all of a sudden, the new bad guy turns out to be just a clone, and Bat Haynes survives somehow, and he's the real villain again because of MacGuffins. Fuck that movie. Fuck you, J.J. Abrams. How dare you?
Oh, God, it's going to pick up on this.
I can dare you. You just gave a middle finger to everyone, you motherfucker.
Yeah, now it's going to start our second half of our fucking Star Wars episode now. Oh, God. Speaking of which, the fucking Mandalorian's great. Watch that. Book of Boba Fett's also great. Watch that, too. Oh, God.
Oh!
I just threw a piece of candy in his mouth perfectly. Yeah, he did it. $1 million.
I would take the table, put the microphones on it.
Take it anyway!
Yeah, someday we'll cover that movie. You'll get that reference.
What we definitely have to do with that is a double feature, though.
What, the second one?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I heard the second one's not good.
And you
So
definitely
have I. I haven't seen it.
I just like a really bad remake of the first one.
And you
Which is why we need to watch it and come back to back.
please have me on that so that I can more or less reenact my initial impressions of that fucking film.
You missed it. That was the first time.
That movie, we'll never say its name. You'll know when we do the episode.
One of the first times I think you ever had that kind of reaction to a film.
I think so.
You had us pause it, and you stood up, and there were gestures, there was taking seconds to compose yourself, then there was loud yelling, and underestimating what just happened, and just exasperated talking, and you didn't even know what else to say about it.
Yeah. And the end result was autograph the table. Autograph the table.
But you did.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of Chris's opinions, Chris, what the fuck do you think of this fucking thing?
I don't. My brain hurts. Like it was a film. It was the 90s. It was a
90s. I'm going to say there's a song where they mentioned 93, and I'm like, oh, they mean 1893. Holy shit.
It was a 1930s film, black and white, Phil Grain. The medium of the era. The writing was in its infancy. It was not nearly as complicated and developed as it is by today's standards. And it was, when I was introduced to the idea of before I watched this film, I had done no research on it. All I knew was it was called The Terror of Tiny Town. I was expecting this to be like a campy horror film. Where I don't know, it was like a town filled with lots of little people, and there was this monster going around eating everybody.
No, it's the Leprechaun.
No, this what?
Oh, we should have watched Leprechaun. Those fucking movies rule.
But it turned out to be just a campy western. It turned out to be a campy western film where
it took itself seriously.
It did, but we knew exactly who the villain was from literally within the first 15 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
And he did a fairly decent job of keeping it under wraps. Except for the one time where he was just hey guys, and he just actively waved his hands, then shoot, the gun shoots, and he just pulled out his own gun whoa, I didn't see anything, what?
Yeah, exactly.
And just how did nobody see that? How did nobody catch him doing that?
Well, to be fair, there was the cook and Tex talking, so the cook had a duck, Tex was looking away.
And he's super old.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, yes, that little actor, I think I mentioned before.
We mentioned it for 20 minutes about how
oh
old he
my
was.
God. Every time I saw him, how is his face have that many wrinkles? And you knew it was that wrinkly because you could see it through the fucking pale-ass white film over this entire thing.
His face is probably the most well-lit thing because of all the creases. Everything else is way too dark, and you can see every wrinkle on his fucking jowls.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a western setting. Yeah, there were cowboys, there were guns, there were...
No, your water. No, it didn't spill.
You broke your water. Wait, no.
Your water broke.
Oh, anyway, the hospital.
But yeah, there were cowboys, there were horses, there were guns, there was a town.
We should make that a joke.
There was a stagecoach, and people died. It was the West, and then there was an explosion at the end, and then that's it. That's the movie.
Yeah, it was pretty whatever.
It's pretty generic film, honestly.
Yeah. As opposed to
and it was
super bad or super
like,
funny bad. It was just whatever.
I totally agree with you guys. Like, it feels much longer than it actually is.
Yeah, that hour was insane.
Like we must have been like 30, 45 minutes through the film, and I'm just like, okay, it's probably going to be wrapping up now. Oh god damn it! There's a whole new plot line. No.
Yeah.
Oh god. I'm about to say we're about to pass the fucking short. I was like, we did our job. It's more than an hour long, the episode, and it's not our shortest episode. But yeah, we're not even gonna bother reading reviews because the movie's so fucking old. Any actual reviews,
also got rid of that.
Any actual reviews have been fucking 100 years old by now. So
because it came out again on VHS.
Yeah, but it's not, like I said, it's not even ironically bad enough for people to like midnight movie this. It's so fucking nothing.
It is.
That'd be so pointless. It's not even. Yeah, it's like.
Yay! Sorry, my daughter pooped on the potty.
Yay! Woo! Everyone cheer for Ed's daughter.
Yeah!
So yeah, do you want to wrap this bad boy up?
Alright, I want you to have a few things here.
Oh yeah, some more facts about this movie.
So, it says about 60 cast members for this film were rounded up.
Created.
60 cast members were created.
The average height of the actors, guess what it is?
I'm gonna say 3.5 feet. I don't know, 3.5. I'll say 4. 4.
You say 4?
I'll say about 3.5.
3.5. 3.5 is closer. 3.8.
Huh.
Yeah. So he located most of them through talent agencies, newspaper ads, and radio broadcasts. Nice. Jed Buell.
That is Jed Buell's.
Many of the actors were former members of the performing troupe, the Singing M-Words, and played Munchkins in The Wizard of Oz. So I think a lot of those people were actually singers.
Like I said, they were riding those horses very well. They were definitely performers.
Yeah,
they felt like actual performers. Like only Buck's reading of lines wasn't great, but the rest of it, like all their fighting and everything, seemed pretty well choreographed. It wasn't bad or anything like that. So
2001 is when this came out on VHS.
Jesus Christ.
So I mean, like I said, the film was terribly taken care of. It was probably buried somewhere, and they were looking for just random quirky films and. They found it.
Like, what are some old IPs that we can make a quick buck off of now?
I think it's part of like a collection of 4, campy Western films or something.
It wasn't even campy. It was pretty straightforward.
It really wasn't. Yeah.
It was straightforward and boring. That's why it was bad.
I am making a list of stuff so we can look at rankings because.
Oh yeah, we have to rank this movie in all of our movies. Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, while you try to remember what the fuck our movie list was, I'm gonna say still number 1. Freddy Got Fingered, indisputably.
as like the absolute worst film or most
best.
What was our third episode? Trolls 2?
Trolls 2, yeah.
Troll 2.
Yeah. Fantasy Island?
Fantasy Island was 2. 3, Troll 2. What was number 4? Is that Resident Evil?
No, Resident Evil was way later, right?
No, we had a massive gap, remember?
I think Resident Evil was 5.
Is that 5?
Let me fucking pull up my own list on my own fucking YouTube channel. Matthew Lewis Podcast. Check it out on YouTube.
Check it out. Alright. I'm trying to remember what else we've done.
Let's see. Movie garbage. Oh, Resident Evil was 4. You're right. Resident Evil followed by the Freddy Got Fingered. The Five Nights at Freddy's movies, the triplets. Banana Splits, Willy's Wonderland, and The Hug, which we don't really count.
Oh my god, those 2 fucking films.
That movie was excellent. And then number 6 was The Last Airbender.
Then, oh boy.
And then the Snyder Cut.
Okay.
And then Bad Taste.
Hold on. Don't go too fast.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
Last Airbender. After Last Airbender was what? Snyder Cut?
Yep, Snyder Cut. And then after that was fucking Bad Taste.
Bad Taste.
And then Star Wars 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Star Wars 4.
Star Wars 3.
Star Wars 3.
Star Wars 3.
And then this one, Terror of Tiny Town.
What is it? Just like T4 with the little person midgets, or the little person midgets. Cancelled. Yeah, I'm fucked over. I'm so sorry. It's literally just we literally can't. It's said 1,000 times in this fucking production of this fucking movie. Little person. Machine? Terminator. I couldn't remember. The Terror of Tiny Town was a little person Terminator. It's terrorizing Tiny Town. And that I will edit out of this movie.
Alright, so Freddy Got Fingered still number 1. Definitely. Right?
Freddy Got Fingered is always number 1.
Yeah. And the second it's not, we're going to go rewatch it enough until it's number 1 again.
Yeah, exactly.
Or just never...
Number 2 will be the second time we watched it. Or number 2 will be the second time we watched it. The first time will be number 1. Who knows?
Yeah. Number 2, though, for me is Willy's Wonderland still.
Fucking excellent movie. Same. We're still tied. We were like pretty much on the same list for most of this fucking.
Oh wait, hold on. Oh, Willy's Wonderland. That was the one with
Nick Cage.
That was the Nick Cage film. Oh my god, that fucking film.
So good. All right, this is where I think we start getting our splits, and it's starting to get more hard now to look at these.
Yeah.
I think for me, Justice League was still last.
Seriously?
2, 3, 4, 5.
Started to think of
8,
accident.
9, 10, 11. So we have 11 total. Yeah.
You fucking remember fucking Resident Evil's shitty self?
It was up there, but
it sucks so bad. Or The Last Airbender. Come on, dude.
that's 10.
Snyder Cut cannot be.
Listen, the last Airbender one was over a lot quicker than the fucking Snyder Cut. I wasted 4 hours on that fucking movie, and then 3 hours or 2 hours talking about it.
3 hours. Well,
6 hours of my life was spent.
4 hours.
And I will get those back.
I have practically already gotten fucking revenge. The last 2 movies he made me watch. So.
I got one more. Well, I should do one for each hour. I lost.
God, please no.
So, 3. Looking at these, I gotta say Star Wars.
Well, yeah, that's probably the same for me.
4, I gotta go with Troll 2. Troll 2, just because it's an enjoyable film to watch with friends. Even though it's...
I was saying at that point I probably would put...
See, Fantasy Island...
They're always jumbled. Those 2 are always switching place in my mind. Because like one's enjoyable with a group, but the other is just like an okay thriller horror movie. God. Anyway. Yeah. But then, yeah, after that, you're fucking... I know which one's next for you. John, put it at the bottom of my fucking list.
Alright, I got my list here now. 8. Yeah. Alright, so, number 1 is Freddy Got Fingered.
Yep.
Number 2 is Willy's Wonderland. Oh, I didn't have to put that one on there. Hold on. Okay, that's 9. So this is 8. Nope, this was 7. Okay. There we go. Got it. I got it now. So yeah, 2 is Willy's Wonderland. 3 is Star Wars Episode 3. For me, would you say that's where the same top 3 still?
Oh yeah, same order.
So for me, Trolls 2 was number 4.
All right.
Because, like I said, to me, it's an enjoyable film with a group, even if on its own it's a slog.
I'm probably gonna rank them like the same. What's your next one?
After that, Bad Taste.
Okay, absolutely not. No,
I enjoyed that one. And then Banana Splits.
Yeah.
This is actually where I placed The Terror of Tiny Town. Kind of dead, really in the upper echelon of the bottom. Mm-hmm. Because it was because of Bat, really. Bat was
alright, but I put this way lower on my list probably.
8 is Fantasy Island, just because the good moments got overshadowed by the ending of that fucking movie.
Yeah.
Fuck that movie. Jesus Christ. Number 9 is Resident Evil 2. Mm-hmm. 10 is Last Airbender. And 11 is the slogfest piece of garbage that is the 4-hour-long Snyder Cut of Justice League.
I'll never. You're a crazy person.
No, you're the crazy person.
That movie's perfectly fine.
Is it fine on its own merit, guys?
Yeah, I'd say so. Well, I'm missing fucking 2 movies here. I can't remember what the fuck. Fucking. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, and then last. Let's see. I probably put. All right, I'll say. My list. Our first couple are the same. Number 1, Freddy Got Fingered because it's a perfect movie.
Of course.
And then it'll be Willy's Wonderland because Nick Cage is fucking amazing.
Of course.
And then it'll be Star Wars 3 because I fucking love Star Wars.
Of course.
And then it's a Snyder Cut for me because it's a good, okay movie. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw up.
And then I kind of cheat because Troll 2 and Fantasy Island are pretty much the exact same level for me. I can't dispute them too much. That's Troll 2 and Fantasy Island. And then I have Resident Evil 2. It sucked shit.
So that's number 7?
Yeah.
6?
Number 7.
Wow.
Yeah, and then number 8 would be Terror of Tiny Town. Because it was bad. And then I'll say Last Airbender because that movie fucking personally hurt me. And then, actually, I'd put Bad Taste below Terror Town. So Bad Taste is number 9. Because, like I said, I thoroughly did not enjoy that movie whatsoever. It was like, the best part of that movie was the commercials with attractive, normal-looking people. And then last place, Last Airbender, because that movie's a personal fucking painful insult. And like, its existence. I completely forgot about that one. I'm putting Banana Splits under Fantasy Island and Troll 2.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel like we ranked Terror Tiny Town about the same. Like,
it's so nothing that I can't put it high up. But like the two bad, like Resident Evil 2 was like so nothing that it's so low. Yeah. But I'd say this movie was a little bit more nothing because it somehow dragged more.
I don't know about that.
I don't know, dude. It felt honestly, I think that felt longer than fucking Resident Evil, which was like probably.
I don't know about that,
dude. I also had to watch it twice and fucking hated every second of it.
But this or
fucking both of them.
You gotta watch it like 3 or 4 times.
Actually, yeah, you're right. I fucking had to watch fucking Resident Evil like 4 times because the fucking pandemic literally broke out like the week we were supposed to record it.
Which I feel like was partly our fault at this point.
Probably, yeah.
We jump into evil, and what happens when a massive global-wide pandemic happens?
That fucking screws us over. So yeah, that's our rankings. All right. So did you want to do plugs first or next week's movie?
Let's do plugs and then next week.
All right, sure.
That way people listen to the plugs.
Yeah, that's how you keep them. That's how you keep them listening. Chris, plugs.
Yes. I have a Twitter, but I basically never use it.
What's the Twitter handle?
Actually, I use it so little I actually don't remember what it is
Real
right
nice.
now.
But they tagged you in a couple of fucking posts. I'll check right now.
All right, cool.
How'd you know it's a secret? You gotta try to find him. You gotta log on, and if someone tweets, and someone who's not me or Matt or Ben tweets at you, they win. They win a guest spot on our podcast.
I was gonna just say it. Check out Chris at CDB_Ryden63.
Yes, just again, like fair warning. I basically never tweet, so it's pretty pointless. But yeah, I don't really use social media like conceptually.
Conceptually,
Oh,
or just like in general, I basically never use it.
I'm about to say, I just saw your tweet, fucker. But okay, yeah. Speaking of Twitter, Ed, your stuff.
Well, you go. You want to go next or want me to go next?
You can go. Actually, okay. Yeah, you go. You go.
I have a lot. So, you can find me on Twitter at EdBobincheck. That's at EDBOBINCHECK, where I'll tweet a lot more from than the Twitter for this podcast at movie_garbage. You can also find me on Twitch at father_bohawk, where I stream Pokemon ROM hacks and do Nuzlocke challenges. Just like Pete Chow or Flygon HD and Sylph Spectre and all those cool guys. I'm just as cool as they are.
Hell yeah.
I'm just not as talented as they are, game-wise. But I'm getting there. I'm doing much better overall.
Yeah, check out some of those amazing fucking clips that Chris puts on.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Big shout out over there to Chris for those fucking amazing clips of me saying, bullet seed me, daddy. What was the other one I had?
The other one was...
Were you like spraying or something like that?
like spit in my mouth.
Yeah, we have fun. We have fun at the Father Bohawk.
we have fun on this show. We have fun in Father Bohawk, and I make clips of those fun.
Yes,
of those funs.
You can learn why Needle is the Bat Haynes of the stream.
Okay, my turn.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, follow me on Twitch, damn it.
Hell yeah, dude. Alright, Matthew Lewis Podcast, Patreon, Matthew Lewis Podcast, YouTube, Matthew Lewis Podcast, Twitter, Matthew Lewis Podcast, everywhere else. Check out my fucking book, The Forgotten Minotaur King, available on Amazon, and check out my fucking podcast, The Forgotten Minotaur King. The sequel series is coming soon. Then I have fucking Movie Garbage. You're already listening to it. Listen to the other episodes. And then fucking Action Toon Bros, my fucking longest running show, I think. Check out that shit too. With my buddy Ben, who's currently out sick, but we're gonna record soon, hopefully. Yeah, that's all my shit if I can think of for now. So.
Alright, so what's the next film I'm being subjected to?
The next movie, as we've...
What franchise are you
Exactly. I was gonna say, yeah, but in case you haven't noticed our like last going pattern for the past couple of episodes, I picked some like major franchise movie that was like, you know, badly made, and then Ed chooses some fucking awful fucking esoteric piece of shit that I hate. So
no one has ever heard of.
So the next one I'm choosing is one of Fox's X-Men movies.
Oh, shit.
This is the longest one in the series, and it is the third from the last, because I think that the second to last is such a nothing piece of shit boring movie. You might as well watch Bad Taste, because it's the exact same plot. And the last movie...
what?
In the last movie, New Mutants, I think is genuinely a really fucking fantastic movie. The final movie by the Fox X-Men universe is fucking fantastic. New Mutants is really good. Check it out on HBO Max. But the movie I chose is X-Men Apocalypse.
Oh, Jesus, I have to watch that now.
Hell yeah, it's a fucking fun-ass 2 hours and 2.5 hours.
Oh, God.
But I will say, it's gonna fly by. Don't worry.
Oh, Jesus, fuck.
Available on Disney Plus if you want to watch along. We're gonna record that soon, because I have a lot to talk about the X-Men universe and this potential rumored cameos in the upcoming Marvel universe. We'll see.
Oh, shit.
But, yeah, that's gonna be all for now.
I guess I gotta sit back up now to say our catchphrase.
Yeah, catch us next time.
Until then... Oof, my goof. Veers Gambit.
Yeah.